Welcome back to Coop. Coop is a place where we talk about travel, luxury and lifestyle, and everyday entertaining. All of the things that we enjoy. I am talking to you today about how I keep my hair white. It is frequently a question that I get is how do I keep it so white? So a little backstory. My hair is actually white. That is how it grows out of my head. And so not a day goes by that if I'm out and about that someone doesn't ask me about my hair or if it's bleached or comment in some way or another about my hair color. So it started turning white when I was about 15 years old. And from that time, I would dye it to keep it usually black or a brown color. And I had to do it every 4 weeks because, whites are very aggressive. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. During that time, I wore a lot of braids and wigs and weaves. And so it just was a constant battle because it wasn't natural to how my hair grew. And so when I turned 38, and I'll probably pop up some pictures here to help the story. When I turned 38, I said, you know what, forget it. I just shaved it all off and I started fresh. And since it has been white, I have had every single hairstyle you can imagine. I've had the baldy, I've been a loose natural, I've had braids, I've had locks, and now I have a relaxer in it because it really is the easiest thing right now for my current lifestyle. So that is the story of my hair. Okay, so here are a few things, to lead us in. Before I talk about hair care, here are a few things to lead us in about white hair and how it behaves on my head. I'm not a hairstylist or professional, and I'm sure that there are other videos out there where people talk about white and gray hair. And what that means and how to care for it. But here's what I have found to work. And I've noticed that there aren't that many videos with Black women. And so I want to share with you all what I have found to work on my hair. So my hair is actually white and not gray. I still have around the edges a few areas that are still black that haven't turned all the way yet. But for the most part, my hair is fully white. And there is a big difference between white, and gray. And so when you have white hair, there are a few things you have to be careful about. One of them is makeup. So if you're brown and you put on your makeup, you have to be very careful about getting it into your white hair. Or if you're wearing bangs, you have to be mindful of that. Or if your hair is going to touch your face in any way. Makeup is something that will transfer to white hair, and it's another wash day or another method to try to get that stain out of your hair. So that is something that black hair, brown hair easily camouflages is makeup, but not with white hair. So you have to be careful. What I typically do when I put makeup on is I put a scarf on or some sort of headband so that I can get my makeup on and not get makeup into my hair. So it's always a consideration. Another thing is hairstylist. I have yet to find a hairstylist that can really do my hair without me walking out of the salon disappointed, without me walking out of the salon with my hair being yellow, without me walking out the salon without my hair being rough, because I don't know that many stylists are adept in working with white hair and gray hair. I know that a lot of times stylists use a lot of heat. And so as a result, when I come out of a hairstylist, my hair is yellow. And I'm very disappointed with that result. Since my hair is white, I want it to appear white all the way through. I have a chignon here today so you can see how white my hair actually is. Also, hair products. It's essential that hair products for me are white or clear. That's the only way that I don't have any kind of transfer. Again, if you have black or brown hair, you know, products are easily camouflaged because your hair is dark. For me, I cannot wear anything that is not white or clear. Also, when you have white hair, another consideration is that there are few extension options. There have been times that I have bought clip-ins or tape-ins and I've had to send them back because they're platinum, they're too yellow. Once again, they're not white. There are very few wigs that aren't for old women. I hate to say it that way, classify it that way, that are white and pure white. So there's not a lot of options. You really have to search high and low. And when you find them, even when I get my hair braided, I have to bring my own hair. I go to a braiding salon that supplies the hair, but they have gray hair. They don't have white hair. So I always have to bring my own hair. I have to search that up. And it's quite a process to find extension options for white hair. So, you know, someone, maybe me, could make a lot of money starting an extension company for women with white hair. Another thing, and I'll tell you this, sometimes the options that you find for white hair are not in textures that are suitable for Black women. So, you know, it's a lot of costumey stuff, a lot of textures that are of a costumey nature. And so that is something that is not, you know, it doesn't really look good and not something that I would want to wear. Other things that are characteristics of white hair is white hair can be very thin and wiry, sometimes rough and unmanageable. You know that if you are a person that has black or brown hair, when you get a white hair or a gray hair, that hair always wants to stick up or be extra wiry or extra rough. So I'm going to talk about how I create softness in my hair and how I make it smooth. So we'll talk about that when I get to the hair care section of the video. Also, as we talked about, white easily picks up color. So if you have any type of colored anything, even sometimes if I wear a scarf on my hair, I tend to wear silk scarves, but if I happen to wear a cotton scarf or a bandana or something like that, that color can easily transfer to my hair, especially if I'm sweating or things like that. So I try to shy away from any fabrics on my hair or anything that will pick up any color. It's happening to you with your dark hair as well, but you don't realize it because it's camouflaged. Another thing is white hair yellows pretty easily, which is not the look that I'm going for. One of the things about that is heat is one of the things. Sometimes things in the environment. I have a convertible, and so in the summertime when I want to have my convertible, I'll wear hats. I will wear scarves, or sometimes I'll just say I'll let my hair just blow in the wind. But all of that heat from the sun, from heat tools, can really yellow your hair. And so I wish someone would come out. Here's again something that we need in the white hair community, if that's a thing, is I wish someone would come out with a sunscreen that you can put to protect your hair so that it doesn't turn. So those are some things you have to be mindful of and some characteristics of white hair. Okay, so now let's get into hair care. So how do I care for my white hair and how do I keep it white? So as I mentioned, right now I have a relaxer in it, and I do it myself because I tell you, when I go to the salon, it just doesn't ever work out. So one of the things that I will say, I'm not monogamous to any particular relaxer. They all turn my hair yellow or green. That's just par for the course. That's what it's going to do. Even the one, I think Gentle Treatment has one that's for gray hair. Even that one, the only difference in that one is that they have a yellow out conditioner to turn your hair back white. And I already use a yellow out conditioner, and so that doesn't really matter for me. So I use any relaxer. I go by if I like that particular brand, and you know, there's sometimes a certain one won't work and I'll try another one, and you know how it goes. I try different relaxers all the time. Here's how I do my wash routine. So I wash my hair every single week. And I have a few things that I'm using right now that I'm really liking. I don't use shimmer lights. I did use shimmer lights for years, but I have found that I can't be trusted with shimmer lights. I often will overtone my hair with shimmer lights. I've tried different things like mixing conditioner with it and doing different things. I often turn my hair blue or purple when I use shimmer lights, and so I kind of stay away from shimmer lights. And I have other things that I do to keep my hair really white. If you do happen to use shimmer lights or some other toning product, and you overtone your hair, I have found that you can mix regular shampoo with lemon juice and also Dawn. And there are some other natural agents that you can mix into there. If you wash your hair with that, it will kind of lift the purple or the blue color that you can sometimes get with toning products. So I really don't use toning products in that way, the purple or the blue toning products. I am right now using the Carol's Daughter Monoi system on my hair. I use that during the times that I feel like my hair is kind of dry, which white hair can get really dry. And that is very moisturizing and hydrating to my hair. So I use the Carol's Daughter Monoi Repairing Shampoo and Conditioner. And then also, and I'll link all of these products below that I use. I also use the Carol's Daughter Monoi Repairing Anti-Breakage Spray and the Monoi oil. So that's one system that I use. I also use Olaplex, and I probably use this more often from week to week. I use the number 0, the number 3, the number 4, the number 5, and sometimes I use the oil, which is the number 7. Another treatment that and I don't use all of these at once. These are just things that I use and interchange right now on my hair as I feel my hair, and I kind of ascertain like what my hair needs, right? So I also use the Viori Beauty shampoo rice hair bar. I have found that has really strengthened my hair and caused my hair to grow and to be more full and less wiry and softened. And then here's what I use to keep my hair white. I use the Bantu Yellow Out Conditioner. This product is great. It has a lot of slip. I put it on while I'm in the shower and I leave it on. Sometimes I leave it on, for 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes I leave it on for, the 10 or 15 minutes that I might be in the shower. And it really takes the yellow out of my hair. And so, and it's a cream colored, white colored product. And so I really do appreciate that it works well in my hair and I don't have to deal with overtoning. And then when I get ready to come out of the shower after washing my hair, I generally allow it to air dry. I'll put, some of the anti-breakage spray, some of the oils that I use on there, and I'll let it air dry a little bit. And I use then the Cheese Silk Infusion Heat Protectant. That I swear by. It really gives me that smooth feeling, soft feeling, smooth texture. So my my white hair never feels dry. It never feels rough or, that rough texture. That Silk Chi Infusion Heat Protectant is everything. And you only use about a nickel or quarter size of that. And I run it through my hair, and then I use a blow dryer to dry my hair. I don't use it on very high heat. I use it on a medium kind of heat, because if I used high heat, my hair would yellow and all of the work that I did would be undone, right? So let's talk about styling. and you know how I style my hair and what I use. So when I wear my hair in a chignon like this, I'm wearing it in kind of a messy chignon right today. I usually use white hair ties. So that's another thing you consider when your hair is white. You consider what your hair accessories look like. I will use silver. I always use silver bobby pins, you know, for styling my hair. Shine and Jam or Ecostyler I use in the clear versions of those. And I use any edge control. I'm not monogamous to edge control as long as it's clear. So usually when I'm in the hair store, I'm the person opening up to see if things are clear. Can't use anything that's got an orange tint, a green tint. You know, all of these tints, they will show up in the hair. So, and I also, if I don't want to be using gel or have my hair gel down, I will use just a wax stick. Another trick that I do is when I'm blow drying my hair, while it's still kind of warm from the dryer, I will put it back in a ponytail to add tension, and I'll put a scarf on, and that will give me that smooth appearance without having to use a flat iron, because I cannot use a flat iron in my hair. It will turn yellow. So when I want to have curls, I do heatless curls or hot rollers, because hot rollers don't get as hot. And so at least in my hair, they don't turn it yellow. So I appreciate that. I very, very rarely put a curling iron or a flat iron on my hair. It just never works out. It turns my hair yellow, and then I have to do the whitening process, you know, all over again. Another thing that I use pretty frequently, whether I'm using gel or not, just for hairstyling, I have a water mister that I use, and it has peppermint oil and grapeseed oil. Usually I blend whatever oils in there. You know, every oil has a different health benefit or a different hair health benefit, and I use whatever I feel like my hair needs at that time. So that really is how I do this and how I keep my hair white. I get asked all the time, so I thought that I would just create a video and talk about that today. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will come back to Coop and learn more. Let's continue to learn together. Let me know down in the comments, do you have white hair? Do you, is your hair still dyed and you're thinking about letting go of the dye? I want to encourage you, you know, if you're just a little bit afraid of that you'll look old, or and you're afraid of being a young woman with white hair. So let me know down in the comments what you think, and I'm looking forward to hearing your stories and how you care for your white hair. And I can't wait to hear more about what you do, because maybe I'll get some tips myself. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.